So if you're checking out this video, you're probably like me. You've had one of these bikes in the past. This is a 1983 750T GS made by Suzuki. A buddy of mine owned it. I said, dude, if you ever sell that bike, let me know. Well, here we are. Well, hello out there, TV land. It is I, the two-wheeled warrior guy. As you can tell from the intro of the video, we're going to be talking about this beast. Yes, it's a 1983 GS 750T. It's a classic. Certainly is. So, the big question is, does this bike spark joy? Yep. Well, this will be my second time out on it, and we're about to find out. Let's start this beast. We have our run switch. We have our key. We have our start button. Here we have it. Oh, listen to that sweet sound. We have a working tachometer. We have a gas gauge which reads empty right now. Assuming that's because it's on the side stand. Oh, cool. We have a side stand light. Very cool. Gear indicator, which is kind of rare for an old bike for sure. And even the gas gauge, as far as I know, that's kind of rare. Yeah, speedo 45,000 kilometers. We have your turn signals on this side. You have your turn light indicator. That's just pretty cool. Your high beam is the flick up. Now that's kind of bizarre. I had to call my buddy and he had to tell me where to find that because it doesn't really say on there. You have your choke right there, which works. Yeah, so this is it. This is the beast. The beast from 1983. I'm 5'10", 5'11" on a good day. I'm pretty much standing straight up on this when I sit down. Yeah, it's a comfortable position. Almost feels like I'm sitting on a couch. It's that cushiony. Yeah, pretty cool, pretty gnarly. Well, on that note, let's take this thing out for a spinny. How saith you? Ooh, spinny the tires. All right. Yeah. For some old technology there, this thing does have some pickup, I gotta admit. 40 years old. Not fuel injection. There's no mapping of any kind of computer system. It's all carburetor. But listen to that thing. Oh my god, I love the sound of these bikes. Fantastic. The suspension is so smooth on this. Smooth to the point where it's a fault. It feels bouncy, I guess. That would be the word, bouncy. Whereas the newer bikes, they seem to have more dampering. You compress, you hit a bump, and that's it. You know, you just kind of sit there. But this, you hit a bump and it keeps bouncing a little bit. I've noticed that. So if I do this, yeah, for sure. But I mean, it's not a performance bike. Back in his day it was. I mean, this thing was all the rave back in its day, that's for sure. But yeah, it's really smooth. I'm in 4th gear, I'm at 4,000 RPMs. Going up a hill, I don't know if you can tell this on camera, but I'm going up a hill and it's no struggle. It's not kinking out, it's not dying on me. It's going pretty good. As far as I know, this thing has like 65 horsepower. Depends on where you look on the World Wide Web. But I've seen anywhere from basically 65 horsepower to 68 horsepower. But 65 seems to be the more common one, so we'll go with 65. 65 horsepower, what I've been told this has. There's some bumps. But I tell you, this bike has a lot of character. Hey, oh yeah, that was smooth. That was like, it's like riding over bumps on a lazy boy couch or chair. Very comfy. But you know something, honestly, it almost feels like I'm sitting down in a way, almost feels like I'm standing up. Yeah, it doesn't handle too bad. I mean, it ain't no GSXO or Ninja, but it's not supposed to be. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't inspire a lot of confidence into the turns because you can feel the suspension. It's really soft. Whereas our current bikes right now, there isn't, you know, you compress and it just stabilizes right away. Yeah, let's see what I got for pickup here. Going up a hill, of course. So we're in second gear. Yeah, you know something? It's a fun bike. I like this. I really do like this. I can get on this and make all kinds of noise, bang through the gears, and not worry about losing my license in 3 seconds. Yeah, this is definitely fun. But you can tell when you let off the throttle, you can feel the back end wiggle a little bit. So the suspension is really, really soft. Now I don't know if that's because it's, again, you know, 40 years old and the suspension has kind of softened up a little bit, or if it was this way out of the factory. I really don't know. But yeah, it's a fun bike. Definitely fun. As of right now, I'm pretty sure my favorite part about this bike is the sound. There's something about old Japanese bikes. They just sound amazing. Like, I'd rather these over my Ducati, the sound of them, honestly. A little revvy. These mirrors are somewhat to be desired for. But yeah, it gets up and goes. I mean, come on. What more do you want? It's a 40-year-old 750. The brakes are they're what you would expect for an older bike. They will not stop on a dime, but they're not bad. I mean, you throw a little bit engine braking in there and get on the brakes, it'll do its job. Yeah, that's for sure. Most important question: does this bike spark joy? Yes, it sparks joy. I don't know, it's, you know, it's kind of cool. You get off the modern day bikes and you get onto something like this, you kind of forget how far technology has come on bikes. Like, the newer bikes are with their new suspensions, the traction control, the ABS. It doesn't make you feel numb. It makes you feel secure and you enjoy the ride. But when you hop on something like this lets you know pretty much how sheltered you are with the technology, how it looks after you. When you get on this, it's just you and the bike. It really is. I mean, it's twitchy, it's bouncy, it's so unrefined. But yeah, it's fun. It doesn't feel top heavy either, and that's the weird part. Driven a Shadow 500, I think it was a 1984, and that thing felt really top heavy. This thing doesn't feel anything like that. But yeah, definitely not comfortable leaning this thing into the turns. I mean, I don't feel unsafe. I just, yeah, I wouldn't be ripping into a turn seeing if I could drop the knee. That's for sure. Considering it feels like I'm like 6 feet off the ground right now with how high this bike is. And I do believe this has a 4.5 gallon tank, and I think that's like 20.5 liters roughly of fuel. So I don't know what I can get on a tank on this yet, but I will tell you for sure once I know, that is. But yeah, look at this, like 40 years old, pretty straight. No funny stuff with the handlebars shaking and flopping all over the place. It's a classic. It's a classic multi-cycle. Oh, listen to that. Ah, seriously, like, how can you not love that? Alright, let's see what happens here. Yeah. Banging the gears to get to the speed limit. Reminds me of those action movies where they're banging off the gears and they're like, you know, just doing like 60 miles an hour, but they've gone through 10 gears. That's what this feels like. But it's fun. Like, it's seriously, this is a fun bike. Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing some more riding on this for sure. Oh yeah, forgot to say it has the highway pegs for cruising. Yes, the bonuses, I tell you. Alright, on that note, ciao! Hey, so I'm here with my buddy Chris Brown. My kiddo's in the back seat, La La Land. We're going to go get the bike. Yes, the GS 750T 1983, not 1982, 1983. It's a classic. Thanks to this man and his trailer. I don't know if you can see that back there. Awesome setup. Yeah, so here we go.